Hey guys, Trail Mama here. It is day 12 of my Appalachian Trail journey. And the last few days have been beautiful. It's been really wonderful to have the sunshine and the dry. So I'm in the Smokies right now, and I can tell you that if the conditions were wet, or like if it was raining, it would have been a much harder couple of days. I can tell you already just how some of the trail was yesterday and today. It's like just so rutted, and I'm sure, 100% sure that the water that it's a creek when it's raining. So super grateful, super grateful that that's not the case. I mean, the rain's going to come back at some point, but it's not here at the moment. So yesterday I made it to Clingman's Dome, which is the highest point on the Appalachian Trail. And it's a joke, it's all downhill from there. No, it's not. Been a lot of climbing already today. Anyway, I kind of got there. It was near sunset, and I would have liked to have stayed for sunset. Camp was about 4 miles away, but I decided not to because it was very, very windy there. And maybe it always is very windy there. I don't know. But because it was in the 40s, and the wind and being up high and just this open thing, I decided not to stay up there and wait for the sunset. Another time, maybe. So I continued on to camp. What else is important about Clingman's Dome? It's at mile 200. So, yeah, 200 miles in. So I continued on then and got to camp at a place called Mount Collins Shelter. And it was actually like about half a mile off the trail, which I don't generally like to do. I don't generally like to go to camps that far off. But in the Smokies, you are supposed to camp only at the designated camp areas, whether that be shelter or there was at least one tent area early on. I don't know if there are any more. I don't recall. But anyhow, so through the next couple of days, I'm somewhat limited on what my mileage could be. So, for example, today, had I been elsewhere on the trail, I would be doing more miles probably, because it was either due 20 miles or 28. And so that's a big jump. If I could have done 22 or 24, I would have done that today. But that's just not how it works in the Smokies. I mean, there's places where they are closer together, but just where I am, that's not the case. So I don't know right away what the name of the shelter is I'm heading to tonight. I just probably have about maybe 6 miles to get there. I'm not sure exactly. But anyhow, today I started hiking around 8 o'clock this morning. The shelter that I was at last night was the most beautiful one I've been to so far. I did sleep in my tent because I got there late and there were people in the shelter, and I did not want to go in there and make a bunch of noise while they were sleeping. So I just set up my tent. But in the morning, my oh my, was it beautiful. Just the whole landscape there, the whole setting. So I might actually plan some kind of trip next year to stay there, do some kind of like week-long trip down this way, and have that be part of it, and do some other shelters too, with some other people maybe. I think that'd be cool. So today though, I was in, can't think of the name of the road, but it was the North Carolina, Tennessee line. And on my app, it said Gatlinburg. So, but the trail, I guess, will weave back and forth over the border between North Carolina and Tennessee. So it doesn't mean that North Carolina is finished yet. It just means that I did cross one of the lines. So that was kind of cool. And then later, I was at a very popular spot called Charlie Bunyan, and it was wonderful. You can see a long way, and it's a trek to get there, and there were a lot of people trekking to get there. I was so impressed. so impressed. I met a couple of other hikers there, that are hiking this year, and I met a couple that hiked in 2021, and they have a little baby now. Her name is Winter, and his name is Odie. I have to remember in my mind. But I got to chat with him, and that was really cool, because I got some insight from someone who's done it before pretty recently. So that was neat. And now I'm just going up and down. The trail yesterday changed, and it's more technical. There's more rocks and roots and things like that. So for me, that means I slow down a little bit, because I just can't do those things fast, because I don't want to get hurt. I have to be cautious. So anyway, last night it got into, or this morning, let me say, when I checked the weather, it was 35 degrees. So it got a little colder than I thought it was going to last night. And I was a little cold. My sleeping bag is rated 45. I wasn't freezing. I wasn't shivering. Just a bit cold. And not looking forward to getting out and starting in the cold. But it actually didn't last that long. And you warm up once you get moving. So it's totally cool. So that is all for now. So, hope you have a good day. A great life. Happy trails. And much love. Bye, guys.